before getting into the coaching, I just wanted you all to walk away with some skills and tools for dropping in. And these are so that you can help to regulate yourself, regulate your nervous system. So many of the people that come to me, they're really keyed up. They're living in their head with anxiety and thoughts, all the to-do lists and things. And it's like this anxiety thing. And then often to cope with it, they have to shut everything down and numb. So they end up feeling empty, void, passionless, purposeless, without direction and lost, like they're just going through the motions. And so, what I do through one on one coaching is to help them find their answers, to get their passion back, to get their joy back, if they ever even had it in the first place. Because a lot of people that have that big T trauma tell me, like, it's always been like this. I've always been depressed and anxious, and they don't even know what joy means. And so the first step to this is awareness, and to unhook from the the rule and reign of the mind that likes to take everything over. And a lot of us think we're feeling our emotions, but we're not feeling our emotions. We're thinking about our emotions, and we're mistaking our thoughts for really dropping into our bodies. That's where our emotions lie. And so I want to give you an experience of being able to connect with your body, with your emotions, and get out of the brain, because the brain is where unnecessary suffering lies. Would you like to experience some things? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
so there's little techniques. I'll start off with the little things, and then we'll go into a felt experience. And so one thing is to become aware of your periphery. And so you could put your hands out like this. So looking straight ahead, you can see the fingers on the side, and you can see the fingers on this side. And just look straight ahead and focus on being able to see in front of you, but also see the periphery. And as you do that, notice what happens to your breath, what happens to any tension that might be in your body, what happens with your brain. You might wiggle your fingers so that you're seeing the periphery again. Notice your breath. This is also called learning mode. So if you want to get real focused and go into learning mode, you can do this. And then you can let go. So how was that?
My breath started immediately, like I just slowed down. I just felt calmer and I took like slower breaths. I
Yeah.
wasn't anxious. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what happens when we're able to quiet the mind, because the mind or thoughts affect how we feel, which affects what happens in our body. And then that affects the world around us. That affects our results, our behaviors, how we interact with the world, how the world interacts with us. And so when we're able to slow down the thoughts, drop into our felt experience, this is called embodiments, all of a sudden our body starts to go back to its natural, healthy flow, breathing more deeply, more fully. You can do it anywhere, anytime. You can do it while you're driving. Just become aware of the world that's around you. Um, and one of the reasons why walking and being out in nature is so good is because we're actually able to broaden our view. Instead of this myopic view, all of a sudden we're able to see the big landscape. We're able to see this bigger picture, literally and metaphorically. I want to do that again, but in a different way. And so if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and take a moment to drop in and just notice what your experience of yourself is right now. What do you feel? What are the sensations in your body? What's your breath doing? Are there any tight or restricted spaces? What feelings are there? And any thoughts that may be coming in and out? And then become aware of your head and the space inside your head. Notice that it's not two-dimensional, it's three-dimensional. So you can expand your awareness inside your head and imagine that it's like a balloon that can expand, and feel that expansion happening inside your head. So you might feel that your forehead comes forward more, and maybe that space between your eyebrows broadens. That the bones in your skull are kind of moving out and away, like you're stretching from the inside out. You might feel some relief in the jaw, in the scalp, in the forehead, in the space between your eyes and your eyes themselves. Just notice your experience of yourself now. Scan your body, your mind, your feelings. What did that do, if anything? Now, from here, become aware of the space around your head, outside of your head, the space that's right in back of your head, not in your head, but right behind your head and in front of your head, in front of your forehead. Be aware of that space that's there. The right side of your head, the left side of your head. Feel into that space that's around your head. And notice what your experience of yourself is now. And let your awareness come down to your throat and neck, down into your heart space. Become aware of your heart. Breathe into your heart. And notice as well that this is not two-dimensional. This is three-dimensional. with a front and back and side to side that can expand, and awareness. And become aware of the back of your heart now. The back of your heart. So it's in front of your spine, the back of your heart. And let your awareness settle there. Notice your experience of you in this moment. What's your breath doing? How are you feeling? And what's going on with your thoughts? I'll take a deep breath and let that go. Feel your feet on the ground or your butt on your seat. And start to feel into your hands and the rest of your body. And you can come back and open your eyes. So, what did you notice with that?
I felt like my breath slowed down again and just got deep into like kind of a meditated space.
Mm-hmm.
So just quietness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. What about you, Jackie? Were you able to follow along?
Yeah, definitely feel like more room around my thoughts exists. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's more space to not closed into a little container of my existence.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Judy, so what was that like? You wanted to come in and just like see what it's all about. What was that like for you?
You know what? It was really interesting. It was very good. It was, I felt guilty being part of her life, like hearing about her story, and it was very sad. But yeah, what she did was wonderful. Yeah, with her.
Did it bring up anything within you? Did it resonate in any way?
No, my parents have passed away, and I have learned to deal with the um the traumas of my childhood. So, I'm at peace with that.
Mm,
Yeah.
very nice. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions? Anything like
Do you do this every Monday?
Monday was the first Monday, and
Okay.
I put it on the calendar for the next 10 weeks, but I don't know if I'm going to keep on doing it or not or switch it. But
Okay.
yeah, and then I have a training coming up in October if you ever thought of doing anything like this, where I
And what's the training about?
training people to do this kind of work. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a coach or anything like that? You were in the spirit.
No.
Yeah, so training
No.
people to be like a coach or a hypnotist, like part of what I did there in that session with Jackie was there was some hypnotism going on there.
Yeah.
Yet I didn't do any of your traditional, get relaxed and see yourself in a field, that kind of thing. And so people are able to get those really profound shifts that hypnotherapy was able to provide, of working with the unconscious mind, which is like 90% of who we are. It's all hidden, it's under the water like the iceberg, and it's what controls our life. It's the driver behind the wheel when we're just lost in thought, thinking about things. We're like, oh, look, I don't even remember that drive home from work.
Yeah.
It's that the unconscious programs that were set in place when we were young and are operating our lives, what we believe is possible for ourselves, what we believe
Awesome.
what we believe we're capable of, our relational patterns, our attachment patterns, what our nervous system does, how anxious, just how we go through life, with the strategies that we formed in order to get our needs met. And so most of us are living from these strategies, these programs that are operating all day long, rather than tapping into our true selves, our authenticity, and really allowing the fullness of who we are to come forward. And particularly in spiritual circles, it's all love and light. And there's this idea that, we got to be vibing high all the time and be positive, but that's cutting off half of who we are without
Right.
allowing us to really be authentic about, oh, look, there's anger in here, there's sadness, there's loneliness. Like, like, let it be okay for me to feel into the fullness of who I am.
Awesome. Do you have a website? How
Yeah,
would I find out about these classes?
I do. Mostly I post them on Facebook. I haven't updated my website for my practitioner training. That's in October. But for the interconnection class, that's a group class, and that starts tomorrow. If you're not able to like make a decision or whatever tomorrow, then you could get in there next week. But that's tomorrow at 11 central central time. I've had tech issues. I'm not super tech savvy. And so I just went old school and made a Facebook page, and then I have a like an event page, and then I have the group as well. So
Okay.
I can send that to you and you can check it out if you like. And then
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm also on YouTube. I'm on all the social media channels. So
Well, I still work, so the 11 o'clock class tomorrow, could I just listen in on it?
yeah, you can listen in on it, but you wouldn't get the coaching. And you can also watch replays.
Okay.
And then there's also support videos teaching you a lot of processes and teachings, some like we did earlier today. And so there'll be those as well, and those get drip fed every week. Every week you'll
Okay.
have new videos and some homework to do, and it's all about taking the time to really connect with your authentic self every week, and that includes seeing like these things that are hidden from us because they're in the unconscious mind, and so exploring.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, perfect. Yeah, just send it to me.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Everything we talked about, these are all Zoom, but I'm also going to be doing in-person connection events. So
Oh, awesome. Well, I'll follow you on Facebook.
all right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much.